Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and thanks for stopping by and watching. So this is a 9th spray paint art video in the beginner's tutorial series, and in this one I'm going to be showing you how to make basic clouds using a ripped piece of card. I'll also be adding a sun to the painting, which will have some of the clouds behind and in front of it, to show you some layering of the clouds. I'll be using the same glossy card, which is A3 in size, and the same spray paint as the previous tutorials in the series, which is Montana White. If you are new to this series, you can find the previous videos here in the cards or in the description box below. So I hope you all enjoy watching and find this tutorial helpful, and if so, give it a thumbs up and please share it with your friends and family or anyone that you think may be interested in learning this form of art. And also, if you're a new visitor to my channel and like what you see, then please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future spray paint art videos. It would be much appreciated. Right then, the first thing we're going to be doing is adding the sun to the painting. I'll be using yellow, which is called sunflower, orange, which is called sunset, and red, which is called chili. These are also the same colours I'll be adding to the background. So with that, I'll get a lid stencil and spray around it yellow to make an outline of where the sun is going to be. So we'll get the lid stencil and place it where your sun's going to go. So I'll put that there, and then with the yellow, just spray around it to make an outline. Put that to one side for now. Now we'll fill in the outline starting with red at the bottom, then above that the orange, and then the yellow above the orange. Just spray the colours light here. You can always go back over the colours if you need more colour on it. And you could always add a tiny bit of white at the top of the sun where you put the yellow, the same way as you would use to put a highlight on the planet. So starting with the red, we'll put it at the bottom, so just lightly. So that's the red, and now the orange above that, just blend it in a bit. And then the yellow above the orange, just blend that into the orange a bit. And at the top you can just put a bit of white here. If you put too much white, you can just add a bit of yellow to it. Now with the colours done for your sun, you can either leave it like it is, or you could get your fingers and rub it across the paint to mix some of the colours together. It's up to you which one you choose to put in your painting, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm just going to show you the finger technique. So we're going to be using a Clearcoat to wet the paint back up so I can rub my fingers across it. So you just want to get your fingers, you just want to go rub from side to side and move down. So you can always go back up if you want. So with that done, we'll put the lid stencil over the area where your sun is going. You can either wait till it's dry or just carry on with the paint still wet. Just remember what I've said in previous videos in the series. There's no rush, just take your time when doing things and let things dry before moving on to the next part. I'm going to leave this to dry for about 10 to 15 minutes first before placing the stencil on. But depending on what paint and how much you have put onto your painting, and what the weather is like where you live, will depend on how long you leave it to dry. Now with the paint dry, I'm going to put the lid stencil on and then move on to the background. So we'll get the lid stencil and place it on your painting where the sun's going to go. I'll put that there. So the background is going to be painted the opposite way we did the sun. So first we'll get the yellow and we'll spray it at the bottom. And then with the yellow in place, we'll then spray the orange. And then with the orange in place, we'll spray the red above that. You can always go back and do the yellow and then go over colours again. So like blend some colours in so you can add a bit of orange, a bit more orange. I'll just put a last yellow at the bottom. And then we're just going to put a tiny bit of black at the top. So just a thin line. With that done, that's a background complete. I'll move on to show you how to make the stencil for the clouds. The first thing we need is to get a spare piece of card. This can be the same card you spray on, or any paper card which is slightly stiff. And all we're going to be doing is ripping the card with our fingers to make some cloud shapes. So you want a piece of card like this. And all we're going to do is rip cloud shapes across the bottom here. So all you do is get your fingers, and I'm just going to rip some cloud shapes. It can be all different sizes. It doesn't have to be that neat. I'll just go up the page a bit like this. See, so then you have a basic cloud shape there. You can always have a look at it and see if you need to rip anything else off to make some different shapes or anything. So like here, you could tear a bit off here. Just a small piece with your fingers. And then you end up like that, so you have like different shapes. And also what you want to do is fold it across there. That'll stop the overspray from going on the rest of your painting when you're doing your clouds. So now I've folded it over, I'll just show you. So you want it to end up something like this. Now we have a stencil made, we can add the clouds to the painting using the white spray paint. Ideally you want the background to be dry for this, as the cloud stencil will be touching the paint as you are making the clouds. I'm going to leave a lid stencil on while I do the first few clouds, as they are going to look as though they are behind the sun. So we'll get the white spray paint and the cloud stencil, and we'll put some clouds in the background. So you're going to please stencil like that, and then just with the white, just give it a light coat. And then we'll just move these out the way here. And then light coat there. Then you can move a card to make different shaped clouds. I'll add some more over here as well. Put a couple more down here. Just keep having a look at the painting. See if you need to add more clouds. So with a few clouds put in the background, we'll take the lid stencil off the sun. And we'll add some more clouds in front of the sun. So, here lid stencil, and then we'll just spray a bit like that. Can you see there it's spitting out a bit of white? So I'm just going to clean the cap off a bit. So we'll go to this side, put another cloud in. It's just a case of building the clouds up now, just layering them up. Just keep moving the card so you have different cloud shapes, so they're not all the same. So just add a couple more over here on the sun. Just spray it lightly when you're doing the clouds. So as you can see here, where I've put the cloud stencil to do another set of clouds, this was a bit too wet, so it's pulled some of the paint off it. So you can keep looking at your painting, see if you need to add more clouds. So I'm just going to add a couple more here, I think. One there. I'll just spray a bit at the bottom there. Now the clouds are done using the stencil, we'll just spray a bit of white across the bottom here. You could add a bit of yellow as well here at the bottom. Just put a bit of colour back into the clouds. You could also go over a bit here of the clouds, just really lightly. And then with the cloud stencil again, we can go over a bit of this here where we've done yellow. I'm just going to put a bit of white just over this yellow again. So as you can see on the painting, there's a few white dots. That's because the cap wasn't clean, so when I was spraying the white paint out, it was spitting the paint out a bit and I was producing white dots. To prevent that, all you have to do is give the cap a clean. You can do that by just getting a craft knife or something and just scraping the paint away from the cap. And then you get a clean cap, so when you spray it out again, you shouldn't have any of these dots anywhere. Now with all the clouds done, I'm just going to spray a clear coat over the painting. This is the same stuff I used in the previous tutorial when I was doing the city. So with the clear coat, we're just going to go from side to side. So, and move up as you do it. So there's just one last thing to do now, and that is to sign your painting and it's finished. So grab your palette knife or whatever you're going to use to sign your painting with, and I'm going to sign it over here. So grab my palette knife and I'm just going to sign it there. So I hope you enjoyed learning and found this spray paint art tutorial helpful, and if so, give it a thumbs up and please share with your friends and family or anyone that you think may be interested in learning this form of art. And also, if you're a new visitor to my channel and like what you saw, then please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future videos in the series. It'd be much appreciated. Also, coming up in the next tutorial video in the series, I'll be showing you how to make water using a piece of card, and I'll also be showing you how to add waterfalls to your paintings. So you'll need for this tutorial something to spray on, like gloss card or canvas or whatever you're using to spray on. You're going to need black and white spray paint, something to sign your work with like a palette knife or whatever you're using to sign your painting. You're going to need a mask and some gloves. You're also going to need a spare piece of card like this. And also some smaller pieces of card like these. If you have any questions or want to know something, just leave me a comment below and I'll be happy to help. So once again, thank you for stopping by and watching. I hope to see you all in the next spray paint art video. Have a great day, take care and bye for now.